The AI we interact with during and after the Voodoo Boys questline is not the real Alt herself. However, what if I were to tell you the real Alt is still alive? Now let me explain before entering into the comments to claim we watched her die, as I have information from the Cyberpunk sourcebooks, quotes throughout 2077, and more that will help us to establish a grounded theory on how and why Alt is still alive within a living body by the time of at least 2045, despite there being an AI version of her beyond the Black Wall. So within Cyberpunk 2077, we obviously come into contact with the AI version of Alt Cunningham, who recognizes Silverhand's engrammatic code, which is why she approaches us in the first place after we enter the subnet with the Voodoo Boys and Brigitte.
I have recognized your engram code, but I do not know why you are here.
So you can pay me back for getting you out of Arasaka Tower.
She pulls us off into what looks like a net structure of Arasaka Tower to privately converse away from the Voodoo Boys and Netwatch. Despite taking the appearance of Alt Cunningham as her net icon, it should be clear that this AI is not the Alt Cunningham Silverhand previously knew and what V saw within his memories. This becomes apparent from an optional piece of dialogue with the AI, in which it blatantly states that it is not Alt. Take a look at this clip.
Alt, who are you?
I use her engrammatic data.
Really? You find this icy bitch aspect in there too?
This would leave an explanation as to why the AI speaks in an icy, robotic tone and immediately dismisses the idea of helping V and Silverhand. It sees no benefit to helping those it has no personal connection toward. It is only once Silverhand offers to get the AI access to Mikoshi that it decides that it can help V.
This chip, the relic, it's killing me. Construct on it's worming its way through my neural system.
I see this, but why is it my problem?
Surprised. Fine, so how about Mikoshi? That advanced enough for you?
If I could gain access to Mikoshi, it would cease to exist.
Good, we can work with that. We'll get you inside Mikoshi and you'll help V, deal?
Though, I would say the word of an AI doesn't have much honor behind it in the first place, seeing as once we reach the endgame, all the AI cares about is destroying Mikoshi and taking either V's or Silverhand's engram beyond the Black Wall to merge with the rest of the AI.
Where's she even gonna take you?
Beyond the Black Wall, to become part of her, whatever the hell that means.
Before questioning my speculation, hear me out on how the engram came to be. We know that this AI is using the engrammatic data of Alt, meaning that this entity is likely a rogue AI that came into contact with a portion of Alt Cunningham. I say a portion because during the 2023 raid, Alt wasn't freed from the Arasaka network as a complete entity or engram. I have an excerpt to read from the Cyberpunk Red story, The Fall of the Towers, that will help put the situation into perspective. She launches herself into the net, dragging the linked icons that represent Alt's personality, memories, and whatever else it is that makes her different from an expert system. All Alt has, she thinks, is a hope and a prayer. Here goes nothing. With a virtual toss, Spider fires the various portions of Alt out into the net, tagging them with a marker so that she can maybe retrieve them someday. And, if she gets lucky enough, re-res them back into her second best, now first best, friend. End quote. This occurs while Atom Smasher is attacking Silverhand's Alpha Squad during the 2023 Arasaka raid. Spider Murphy, who had already rescued Alt Cunningham from the Arasaka network, was forced into taking multiple pieces of Alt's engram and sending it all over the net because of the risk Smasher posed to the team. The reason this bit of information is so vital to the story of the Alt AI is that a rogue AI would not have to consume the entirety of Alt's engrammatic data in order to pose itself as Alt. She was already split into several parts, and the likelihood of this rogue AI locating every bit of Alt before Spider Murphy could would be extremely low. This means that the Alt AI we interact with in 2077 is actually just some random rogue AI who was lucky enough to stumble across a portion of Alt's being. Now this as well would leave an open-ended question concerning the rest of Alt's engrammatic icons across the net. Did Spider Murphy manage to recover the rest of Alt and bring her back to life? I believe that this is the case, and I think you will as well once I'm finished explaining. Within the sourcebook Cyberpunk Red, there is one final story named Black Dog. Within the story, a team of edge runners are tasked with transporting a mini nuke crate that secretly contains Silverhand's body and therefore engram. His body ends up in the possession of a mysterious woman going by the name of Angel. It's this woman that a large portion of this theory is based on. She exclaims her love to a cold and preserved Silverhand at the end. Along with this, she bears a shocking resemblance to Alt within the official artwork from the story. Knowing that the original plan for Soulkiller was to transfer consciousness into cloned bodies to imitate immortality, we know as well that Biotechnica in the year of 2020 created their first self-aware, fully functional human clone. This clone was possible using a construct personality. However, they had begun experimenting on inserting digitalized personalities using tech in similarity to Soulkiller, meaning by the year of 2045, it was very possible that the development on such a project had reached a point in which Spider Murphy could pull off her original plan of bringing Alt Cunningham into a physical form. Even if cloning tech had not reached this point, it is still very possible that Alt's original body had been preserved after the disconnect in 2013. Either way, this explains the presence of Angel. So we've established that the rogue AI only had to capture a portion of her engrammatic data, meaning one of the many icons spread across the net. So it should be assumed that when Spider Murphy pieces together Alt's engram and places it into a body, that Alt would definitely be missing part of herself unless somehow fixed. What portion of her being do you believe would be completely severed from her when she becomes Angel? My personal reasoning would be that she no longer has her self-image part of herself from the net, and maybe even a portion of her memories, which would explain the Alt AI claiming that it clung onto the image of Alt in order to not go insane within the net. What do you all believe the AI consumed of Alt? This theory assumes that at the least, Alt was alive by the year of 2045. However, it is very much a possibility that just as Spider did for her, Alt brings back a copy of Silverhand's engram in his original body, or uses the DNA to create a new cloned body. I believe it is very well a possibility that somewhere out in the world in hiding, Alt and Silverhand are trying to survive together, even by the year of 2077. Though, in cyberpunk fashion, it is very possible as well that they were hunted down long before 2077 and didn't have a happy ending. We know that at some point, Arasaka retrieved Silverhand's engram, so this means they either stole a copy of it, or outright killed Silverhand again, though that still leaves the question of if Alt was captured or killed as well. I honestly doubt she was, as we would have seen evidence at some point throughout the game that she got recaptured. However, Arasaka was still on high alert for her, so the likelihood is they only ever got their hands on Johnny and she escaped.
Best runner Night City's ever seen can't bust into Mikoshi on her own.
I am a well-known threat there. They have a layer of black ice with my name on it. Literally.
Kinda like a custom-made prison jumpsuit.
If you'd like to learn more about this topic from the perspective of Silverhand, I already have a video covering his portion. I'll have it linked on screen and down below for anyone interested, as it will help encompass the entirety of this theory. I hope you all enjoyed it, and let me know your personal thoughts and ideas down below. I think we'll be seeing more of this story in an upcoming sourcebook or Orion. So stay on the lookout for future content revealing the hidden stories and details of Cyberpunk. Have a great day, Chooms. Hey Choom, thanks for watching the whole video. If you enjoyed and want to keep up to date on Cyberpunk 2077 lore, discoveries, and additional content, subscribe to my channel on screen. If you've been watching and would like to support my content further, I now have channel memberships for as low as $1 a month. It can get you access to the emoticons and icons on screen, member polls, comment priority, as well as your name at the end of all my videos. But overall, my channel and I will remain as it has been. Have a great day.